guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time being here, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for clicking on this video. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a patch the right way using embrilliance. Now when I say the right way, I'm talking about how you could get clean patches like this. So I'm gonna show you how you could do it for yourself using embrilliance. And if that is something you're interested in, do keep on watching.
Okay, guys, we are in embrilliance. This is what it's gonna look like when you are in embrilliance. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to open a new page. To open a new page, you go here where you see this blank sheet with a star. So you're gonna click on it. When you open it automatically, there will be a blank page that is open. Now, the few things that I need you to know is there's the hoop that I have right here. Now this hoop size is a 5 by 7 hoop, but I do not want a 5 by 7 hoop. I want a 4 by 4 hoop. So in order for me to change the hoop, I'm gonna go up here where you're gonna see this little box, which is your preference window. It is this yellow box with green and red boxes and some other small boxes there. You're going to click on it. When you click on it, it's going to open up a window where you could change the different things that you want. For instance, I want to change my hoop. So the first thing I'm going to look at the format. Now the format you're going to choose what your embroidery machine uses. In this case, I use a PES because um, I have a brother PE 900 machine, and it takes a PES file. The next thing you're going to see the hoop sizes, okay? Ensure that your hoop style is on normal because normal gives you the hoops that your machine takes. The multi-position hoop is another option. That is if you're doing a split design. But in this case, we're not doing a split design. We're doing the normal hoop. So you're going to go over here where it says hoop size. You're going to ensure that it is on normal. Now, the sizes that you will see will be in millimeters, okay? But if you look down at the bottom, say for instance, my 130 millimeter by 180 millimeter is selected, meaning that that is a 5 by 7 hoop. So it does tell you the size of the hoop if you do not know what it is in millimeter. So the one that I'll be looking for is a 100 by 100 millimeter. That is a 4 by 4 hoop. So when you click on it, you're going to go over here where it says OK, and you're going to press OK. Now you're going to see that you're going to have a hoop in the middle of your page. You know it is the middle because right up here where I'm hovering, there's 0. That is your X coordinate. And if you go down here where it's the horizontal line, that's your Y coordinate. It is at 0. So it's right in the middle, 0, 0. Now, the next thing I want you to do, because we'll be working in Stitch Artist Level 1. So if you have embrilliance, this is what you're going to see. But in order for me to create this patch, I'm going to use Stitch Artist Level 1. In order to get that level, you're going to go right beside that preference panel that you did earlier. You're going to see this little icon. That is where you will start to create your designs. You're going to click on it. When you click on the icon, you're going to see this page that comes up. You're going to see image where you could import an image. You're going to see this TT icon that is your true type font. Now, what I'm going to do to make this patch, I'm going to make it a rectangular border. You could make your patch in whatever design you want it. You could make it as a circle. So if you click right here, so you're going to go right where it says draw. You're going to go over to this icon right here where you see this arrow pointing down. You're going to click on it. Right here, I have the rectangle selected. You could go ahead, you could select a circle, you could select a pentagon. It depends on what you're working with and what you want your patch to be. In this case, I want it to be a rectangle. So I'm going to click on the rectangle. So now what you're going to do, you're going to go to your hoop. You're going to go to your hoop and you're going to draw the size of your rectangle. Okay, I'm looking for a size that is about 3 inches wide. So you're going to draw it. When you draw it, what you're going to do is you're going to play around with the size that you want. So this little um, box, green box, is helps you to move the rectangle anywhere you want it to be. So if you click on it, you'll have it. Now the corners help you to drag it to take it how big you want it to be or whatever. You could use the arrows in the middle that drags it up, or you could use the arrows in the corners that will size it proportionally. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to change this box. Right now, this is not a, this is just artwork. This has no stitches. This box has no stitches. What you're going to do, you are going to change the artwork and you're going to make it into stitch. So right now, if you come over here, you're going to see that I have that box selected. I'm gonna go over here where you're going to, right beside you see the artwork, which is the triangle, the rectangle, you're going to click on the run stitch. So I'm gonna select run stitch. Now what this does is that it turns it into a run stitch. Now you could go ahead and change the color. So I'm going to go over to my right. Over on my right, you're going to see the properties. So you have the objects panel and you have the properties panel. The properties panel is what you're going to go in. You're going to change your color, you're going to change your shape and whatever the case is. So you could go here, click on color. It's showing me that I have sim thread selected. So I could change it from this color. To change it, you just click on it. Okay, so you could go ahead and change it to whatever color you want. I'm not gonna change the color because it doesn't matter what color I use. But then um, you could go ahead and see the run stitch and it tells you what length. So if you go over here where it says run and you click on run, it's gonna tell you what length stitch it's gonna be. It's gonna tell you it's gonna be a single run and the length is gonna be 2.55 meters. I usually leave my first stitch as a single run. Now this stitch is going to be your placement stitch. So if I go up here, I could change this to placement. So this is gonna be my first stitch, which is my placement stitch. Okay? The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm going to click on my placement stitch and I'm gonna go up here right beside this printer icon. The one that is right beside it, that is your copy icon. The one that is beside it, it's your paste. And it's also telling you that you could select Control C for copy. So it will tell you that you could press Control C for copy or and Control V to paste. Okay, but I'm going to click, since now you're gonna ensure that your placement stitch is selected. You're gonna go up here and you're going to copy it, then you're going to paste it. When you copy and paste it, go over to your object panel. You're going to see that a new one is being copied and placed. Now, what I want you to do is to go ahead and change that color. So you're going to go down to your properties panel, click on color. You're going to click on it and then you're going to change it to a different color. I'm just going to use this heather color and I'm going to press OK. The reason why you want to change the color, it's because you want to be able to the embroidery machine to stop each time. So now you have a placement stitch. Now you're going to have a tack down stitch. Now this is going to be your tack down stitch. Okay, this is going to be your tack down stitch. So you're going to have your placement stitch. So the machine is going to go, it's going to make a run stitch, and then you're going to put your fabric down that you're going to use, then it's going to make a tack down stitch. After the tack down stitch, it's time to put whatever you want your patch to say. So in order to do what you want your patch to say, you're going to go up here where it says create letters. You're going to see an A, okay? That is where you're going to put your words. So I'm going to click on that A. Then I'm going to go back down to my properties panel right here, and I'm going to type what I want. Now, because I want more than one words on this patch, what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the first icon, which is your multi-line text. This is your single line text, okay? And this one is if you're going to make a text on a circle, right? I want the one that I could have multiple layers. So I'm going to click on that one and I'm going to type love God, and then I'm going to press enter and I'm going to put first. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change the font to a font that I bought on Etsy. I'm going to change the font to a font that I bought on Etsy. This one. It's called the Zas Boho font. So this is what it looks like. Now what I'm gonna do, I will have to make this a little smaller so that it fits into that space right here, and I'm doing it proportionally, okay? So this is what I'm going to have. So it says love God first. And you could change the color. It doesn't matter. As I said, it doesn't matter what color you use. And then what you could do, these little slider tools help you to manage what you want. So if you want to slant the text, you could slant it this way or slant it that way. That's what the slant does. I want mine a little slanted, not too much, so I'm gonna slant it. The space, it will make the letters come closer together, right? So when you move it up like this, the letters go far out. When you go like this, the letters come closer. Think that is gonna be okay for me. And the spacing, this helps you to bring the words closer together, the word space, okay? So this is what I have. The last icon, it allows it to come closer together. It depends on what you want. That's personal preference. So this is what I'm going to have now. Love God first. So that is what I want my patch to say. Now, one more thing I need to say before I go any further. If you want to know the size that you're working with, it will tell you right here. So if you click on the placement stitch, it will tell you that in inches, it is 3 inch 3 and 3/8 inches wide and 2.5 inches high, which is not bad for the patch that I'm working with, okay? So this is what I'm going to have. So this tells you the size of the patch that you're going to use. You could choose whatever you want your patch to say and whatever letters you want to put there. You could also make it into images by bringing an image in and then make it into a patch. It all depends on what you want. Now, if you are making a patch the traditional way, this is going to be okay. This is going to be okay for you to do. Okay? But because I want my patch to be clean and nice, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna make another single run stitch. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to copy and paste this tack down stitch. Now, one more thing that I should have mentioned is if if you want this tack down stitch, so this tack down stitch, I usually make the length of it 1 millimeter. The reason why is because when I'm cutting it, if it pops, it doesn't unravel. So so all you have to do is to click on tack down, go down to properties and change the length to 1 millimeter. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on my placement stitch. I'm going to go ahead and copy it. So I'm going to go over here where you see the copy button and I'm going to paste it. When you paste it, when you paste it, you want this stitch to be the third thing that you do. So you're going to have the placement, you're going to have the tack down, then it's going to do the words, then it's going to do another placement stitch. Now, if you follow how I make patches, that placement stitch is going to go on my plastic, the little embroidery backing that I use to get clean patches. I'm gonna put a link to the video or I'm gonna show you in this video what I did to get the patches. Now this placement stitch is gonna help me with that. Now I'm gonna leave this placement stitch as a run stitch. I'm gonna change its color. So I'm gonna click on it and because it's gonna be another placement stitch. I'm gonna click on it, I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna change the color to a pink, doesn't matter. After I do that, I'm going to copy again and I'm going to paste it again. Now I want this to be up here because this is what I want. I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to change this from a run stitch. This is number 4 now. This is the last one. You're going to change this one to a zigzag stitch, a satin border. So the satin border is the one that is right beside the run stitch. That is the satin border. Now this is gonna be the final stitch that you do. Now go down to your properties panel. You're going to change that color again because you want your machine to stop every time. You want your machine to stop every time you do so that you could manipulate it. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the purple, I'm gonna press OK. Now I'm gonna go over to what it said where it says satin border. I'm gonna click on the satin border. Now this is where you're going to change what width and what size you want your satin to be. Now in this case, I want my width to be 4 inches. I'm gonna click on the slider, hold it and drag it all the way up to 4 millimeters. I think it's gonna be a thick, nice border. And I like my patches to have a thick, nice border. Also, you're going to, the length all depends on you. If you change the length, you could eliminate some of the stitches. That is okay too. But what I like to do, I am gonna go over here where you see right beside the zigzag looking icon. We're gonna talk about the underlay. Now I'm gonna keep my underlay as this one, edge run, parallel stitch, and zigzag stitch. But the density, I'm gonna take it down just a little bit more. I'm just gonna bump it down a little bit more because I want my satin border to be tight enough so that if I use glitter or if I, it will come out nice. So I'm gonna change the density to 12, and then if you want to do fabric preview, that's up to you. It's not necessary in this case. And this is what you're going to have. Now, this is the patch that you're going to make. So I'm going to run the stitch simulator, and I'm going to show you how it's going to stitch out. So I'm going to click on it. It's going to first do a run stitch, which is your placement stitch. After the run stitch, you're going to put your fabric down. It's going to do another stitch, which is the tack down stitch. So it's going to tack down the fabric that you're going to use, whether it's going to be felt, whether it's going to be any fabric that of your choice that you like to make your patches with. It's going to do that. After it does that, it's going to stitch out the letters. So let me speed this up just a little bit for you. It's going to stitch out the letters. At this point, when it stitch letters out, you're going to take it completely off your sewing machine, and then you're going to cut around it. It's a little bit fast, so let me stop it for a little bit. So after it does the letters, see, it does the letters, you're going to take it off your machine, you're going to cut around it, and then you're going to hoop the plastic and the, the stabilizer, which is your tearaway stabilizer, together. And then what's gonna happen is that it's gonna make another run stitch, which is the pink. Then you're going to put back the patch inside it. Then it's gonna do the final satin border. And then you will have your finished patch. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ensure that everything is nice and good, clean, and then I'm going to show you how this patch turned out and let me know what you think. So this is what we have. Could always make it smaller, make it larger. It's your preference. All right, so I'm gonna show you how this patch turned out and let me know what you think.
Okay guys, so this is the patch that we just designed. This is what it looks like. Now, if you follow along with my process, then your patch will stitch out in this way. Now, if you do not know how to sew out your patch, I have made a detailed video on how to do it. This is the same process. Now, this process will help your patch, help you to have a clean patch. I mean, if you're still making patches the traditional way, then you're actually missing out. And I mean that you're missing out on how your patches will just be clean, will be nice. Now, if you have made it this far in this video, do not forget to give me a giant thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on that post notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I make a video. Now, this is me pushing out that patch from that plastic, and this is what the patch looks like. Came out clean. I did not clean it up after I take it out of the hoop. This is what it looks like. Now you need to get in on making patches this way. So if this has been helpful, remember to let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Until we meet, bye, and bye.